Hi, so welcome back to With Bridget, and I wanted to take some time to just kind of talk to you about one of the books that really got me back into being excited about reading, because I've been reading for about, like I said, a year and a half. I picked it back up again, and I've been reading different books, but this particular book that I read made me want to read more, and that was Ashley Antionette's Moth to a Flame. I'm a part of a book club with my family, and this was a pick of one of my family members, and I can tell you, I had no idea what this book was going to be about. I was kind of, going in totally blind, and I had never heard of Ashley Antionette, so I was totally green. And if you haven't, let me tell you, that is somebody that you definitely want to check out. She is a very good read. This Moth to a Flame, that book in itself started my journey of reading Ashley Antionette's books that she's created around this particular book. She has enveloped this whole world of a series of books about the Moth to, or spin-offs, okay? Spin-offs from the Moth to a Flame book. And the characters, I mean, y'all, I have been so engrossed with the characters from that book, then transferred over to the first series she created from it. Years later, I found out it wasn't like she did this Moth to a Flame original book and then went straight in to create these series. She did it years apart from each other, which I thought was very interesting because it had me totally wrapped up into this whole saga of what they call Ethic Land. But the first series she created is Ethic. It's 1 through 6. It is a very good read. I can't say much bad about it. I mean, not me personally, but I can tell you that I have immensely enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much that I wanted to go ahead and read the next series that she created, which off of that Moth to a Flame, which was Butterfly, which is now currently has 1 through 5 in that series. And what happens with these spinoffs is that the characters from the original book, Moth to a Flame, some of those characters, you then dive into their life. So Ethic is one of the characters from Moth to a Flame. He was a main character towards the middle and end, so to speak, of the book, but of the original book, but he wasn't like a focus main character from the start of the book, but he does play a good part of it. And she ends up enveloping his character to be like, I don't even know how to best describe it, but I can tell you that he is like the book boyfriend, okay? Ethic is the book boyfriend. That's all I can tell you. You definitely want to read that series. It is a very good series. And then one of the other characters that also is from Moth to a Flame, also is in the Moth to a Flame, but not a main character, is the little sister, Morgan. And Morgan has her own series, Butterfly. And that series as well, it's very good. It is it's just very good. And I have totally enjoyed reading both of those series. Can't wait till she comes out with more. But though that Moth to a Flame book, I just want to go back to that. That book started me back to really, really engrossing myself with wanting to read again and read more and more and more and get more, into the types of books I'm reading, what makes me as far as really interested and want to keep reading. Because it's some books you can read like for self-help or interest and things like that, but then it's some books that just take you to a different world. They just like take you somewhere just totally from where you currently are, and you are so engrossed in those characters that it's like you cannot wait to get to the next page. You can't wait to see what is going to happen next. And there's only so many books like that for me that I feel that way about, like that I'm that passionate that I'm like, oh, I need to know what's going on with whoever. And that book did that for me. And so there only has been a few that have made me, feel that way. But I'm finding more and more as I'm reading that I'm finding more books that are doing that for me. I can also say, because I also like mystery and thriller books as well, like crime, detective type books. I can say that those books also make me feel that way. They give me that angst, that feeling that, hey, what is going on with this person? What's happening? And so I enjoy reading those type of books. And in the past, and this is even before I just kind of started back up a year and a half ago, previously I was really engrossed into another author's books and just reading hers back to back to back was Karen Slaughter. I don't know if you have heard of her, but she has a very good way of just portraying her characters as well. And she has this series called the Will Trent series. It's actually a TV show now on TV. But the books, of course, are always better. And this book series by Karen Slaughter, I have read them all. And she has another one coming out, I think, in September, and I'm waiting for it. But the thing is, it had me like that. It had me just, what's the next book? What's the next book? And it's always exciting when you have those particular books that make you feel that way. And that makes reading like a joy. It doesn't even, it does something to you that you just feel really overwhelmed with the fact that you want to read that next book or read that next page and next chapter to find out what's going on. So anyways, just wanted to share that little bit of information. Hopefully it was of interest to some people that are out there in the booktube world and looking for a really good read. I'm of course a Black woman, so I have my picks, but my picks are not always Black authors. They can be different races. I don't have a problem with reading all kinds, but of course, I always want to support my Black authors because they need it and we need it. And so I think we should be well read, not just by us as Black people, but everybody. Because they are missing out and they shouldn't miss out. They should have the opportunity to read these great books that these authors are coming out with because they're doing such a good job. So anyhow, I will, of course, be shooting another video of the next good read that I come across. And I will be glad to let you know, guys, how that turns out. Thank you for tuning in with me. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, then like, subscribe, do all the things, and see you soon.